Hey Nash Nation, it's Brandon from Nash Powersports, and we're coming to you from our newest location right here in Mesa, Arizona. This 54,000 square foot building is absolutely packed with all the latest toys ready for adventure. Let's go take a tour. So as we get here, you gotta notice, huge showroom floor, great visibility. We've got all the latest toys like I mentioned. Our Honda section, Suzuki, we have pre-owned bikes, some of the Yamahas, we've got side-by-sides right here, dirt bikes for the track, sport ATVs, adventure bikes just like the Tenere 700, it's super popular. Our Can-Am Spyder section, we have so many of the awesome latest colors, new models and stuff on the Riker. Same thing as far as the Spyders, brand new models are coming in every single day where we get them delivered here, built. It's absolutely amazing to be able to be in this one space. Before, at our other building, we had our Mesa location, very, very nice store, been there for 20 plus years, if not, and then we also had an offsite warehouse. Everything came all into one, so now it's all under one roof, which is super sweet. We have our pontoon section over here with the Sea-Doo switch. So I will tell you right now, as far as on the Sea-Doo switch, when it was very first introduced, I was a little skeptical, wasn't exactly sure. I had actually sold Sea-Doo boats, jet boats before, and they were really nice. The old school Speedsters, some of the other bigger style boats that they went into, but they kind of went away a little bit. And then now this particular new space that they're in with pontoon has been really exciting. I love this new boat. It's super versatile. I actually personally been out probably 5 or 6 times. I think this particular summer I'm probably going to have my 4-year-old driving the boat with us. So it's going to be pretty sweet. The other ones that have also been pretty nice, the new Explorer by Sea-Doo. The Fish Pro is another nice new boat. Came out with a new swivel chair with the trophy. I'm super pumped to take that thing out this spring as well. You've got all your scooters over here with Honda. You have the Pioneers. So right here you have the Metropolitan. It's been a very popular scooter for a long time. They've been making it for many years. The new Honda Navi has been a game changer for those people who want an affordable motorcycle, smaller CC displacement on this particular motorcycle, and it's still just gas and go. Super affordable, makes it nice and easy. Then you have the Groms, always a fan favorite. We sell a lot of these. They always come in really cool, radical colors. There's a whole posse, basically. They call themselves the Grom Squad. They meet up all the time. That's a super fun bike to ride. You have your adventures for your normal touring commute style. And then the other one that I also like, which is kind of your throw on the back of the truck, throw on the back of the camper, is the Ruckus. This thing actually doesn't get as much love as it should. It's really cool for going off-road. It's great actually for that younger 16, 17, 18-year-old that wants to be able to get around camp and or just go out and explore. It's pretty cool. I usually use the extra floor space for a couple extra groceries and stuff as it's coming back from camp, which is nice. And then we have e-bikes. One of them, which is pretty cool, is the Honda Granger. This is the E2 gas and go situation, regular charging on that there, which is cool. And then obviously your pit bikes. This is one actually that we did not that long ago. We put a fat tire kit on a CRF 110. That's been pretty awesome. Get into that segment, gives it that old school fat cat look. This is one right now that needs to be out at the dunes, hitting that vendor row, right around camp. This is kind of what that thing is for. It's pretty cool that they're able to do that. And then we have our cruisers. Over here we have some of our regular street motorcycles. A big brand that obviously has been a game changer for a long time is the Suzuki, the Gixxer lineup. It's always a fan favorite with the 600 class, the 750 class, and even in the 250. Get those newer riders and stuff out there. We do have some of our awesome pre-owned motorcycles as well. Whether you're looking for the style of Harley or whether you're looking for your entry-level cruiser or something just kind of get back out there because you haven't ridden in quite some time. Don't really need to be as intimidated to get out, twist the throttle, and feel that wind in your hair once again. Arizona is an amazing place to ride motorcycles, especially this time of year. Whether it's February, March, everyone starts rallying around, figuring out where do they want to go. Nash Powersports is at the forefront of that, which is great. one of the biggest things we've seen recently coming out of a time period where everyone's kind of not really sure in the past couple of years is the resurgence of ATVs. For the longest time, we're really seeing a difference in, okay, everyone wants to go side by side. They want to whether ride 2 or ride 4. But recently, whether you're not just a rancher, you're not just a farmer, we've had a lot of people come in and get ATVs, and it's been a really nice, like I said, resurgence of the sport and of the brand. So whether it's UTV and or sport, or I'm sorry, the utility style and or the sport ATV, we got your pick of the litter. What would be my pick as far as ATVs in this route would probably be the Foreman. Funny enough, just because I like green when it comes to the color. No, it's a great machine, but then, you know, if I wanted to kind of get a workhorse that's super dependable, this one has the electronic shift, as well as every ATV, in my opinion, should have power steering. It's just a heck of a lot easier to be able to go and run, and you don't have as much fatigue out there, which is nice. And then if I want to go sport-wise, the Raptor 700 still takes the cake. So we have kind of your entry-level Defender, great for getting the family out, getting started, not going to break the bank, which is super nice. You can customize it whichever way that you want, whether it's maybe putting doors on there, a little bit safer, putting a windshield on there so you don't have as much wind kind of beating it up. Also nice that this particular one has a roof. You do not want to be riding majority of these machines in the Arizona sun without that roof. And then, of course, if you wanted to put mirrors, street kit, upgrade the tires, wheels, all that type of stuff, this is kind of a blank canvas to get started, and or it's really, really good around property, ranches, things of that nature. It just makes getting the job done a heck of a lot more. And then, like, if you move over here to the Commander XT 1000, this got a facelift a couple years ago to be a little bit more aggressive, to move the motor in the back versus in the middle, so it doesn't have as much heat, which is nice to it. Gave it that sleek, overall rugged look. Gave it bigger suspension travel. This has been a really, really great machine for us. And then the Maverick Sport, again, kind of like the other Defender, getting into a sport side-by-side for the family, being able to make that transition and have a blast out there too. Get into the 3-seat model, where it's the Defender XT, but you do bump into the 1000cc. This is a great machine as well, whether you're just kind of cruising around and or even the RV park. We have a lot of people who want to buy these things and use them as second cars in this area, which is great. The next one is the Defender XMR. This one's a little bit different because it comes kind of already set up rugged with the winch, bigger, beefier tires, and it also has the snorkel on there too. The last one, which is one of our most popular machines, probably our second or third most popular, is the Defender Max Limited. Main thing on this machine is air conditioning and heat. Both really awesome features here in Arizona. The other cool thing is it's fully enclosed. So if you're not wanting to have the exposure, get the dust, you know, go somewhere, have a good ride, get out and not have all the dust, your hair's all beat, you know, the fatigue and stuff, this is a very nice machine to have. It is luxury. That's why they call it limited. But no, it comes with the winch on there. So it comes with the winch, comes with the windshield, the enclosed cab, the doors, the roof, air conditioning, heat, like I mentioned. This is kind of the total package. There's still more stuff that we can do in our Nasty Customs division, but to get started, that's a really great blank canvas. And you know, honestly, I'm a family of 6 myself. I have 4 girls, obviously as far as and then my wife. They love riding in this thing for that simple fact. Everyone gets a chance to have fun, everyone gets a chance to enjoy and explore and have that experience, but we're not always going out there getting beat. But I gotta raise them right too. And that's why when we go to the sport machines, that's exactly the route that you would go. Which the XRS Max X3, like this one has, this is a absolute monster. It's one of our most popular machines that we sell. Probably when it comes to 4-seat machines, everyone's gonna kind of know about this unless you're just getting into the sport. And getting in the sport, this is a great machine to go, and it comes with different trim packages as far as horsepower, what they come with. It's a fantastic all-around machine. The next one is the same style XRS, only instead of a 4-seater, it's a 2. This is one for that aggressive riding style. Maybe you want to go to the dunes, you want to go to the trails, all kind of in the same week. It's definitely possible to do it. But maybe it's just you and the wife and your empty nesters, and you want to go have some fun with friends, pile in here, go out, find different rides. There's lots of places in Arizona for us to ride at. Box Canyon is one, going up to Crown King. We have actually a cool event that we do out in Wickenburg every single year out at Flying E Ranch, which was a blast. This is a very popular machine for people to get into, especially if it's that empty nester situation or the guys that want to go blast to the dunes. There's not too much to beat that machine. So this is the new heavyweight. This is the new Can-Am Maverick R. This particular version is the X, and if you were to ask me, Brandon, what is the best bang for buck for this machine? So the Maverick R comes in a few different trim packages. It comes in a base model, it comes in the X model, which is this here. It also comes in an XRS model and an XRS with Smart Shock, okay? And that's a suspension setting where you can do kind of on the fly electronic. Sounds really cool. And it has its benefits and stuff to it for sure, especially as an out-of-the-box machine. But for me, this is probably a little bit more my style, and I only say that because I'm a guy who wants to know exactly where I can get my most bang for the buck, because I want to probably take it to a different extreme than what Can-Am offered, right? And I say that because Can-Am made an amazing machine to start out with, but I want a different cage. I want to get some other different stuff in there like a stereo, or I want radio communication. I want to be able to put some sort of filtration system on here to make sure and protect my motor. I want to be able to put mirrors. I want to on the side with different lighting. I want to upgrade any of the weak points that may be on the suspension or on the frame. And those are all items that are going to cost some money. So for me, I want to get this style machine, which is the X, dial it in to my riding style, dial it into how I kind of want the car to fit and perform and be mine. I may even throw a wrap on there. I've been known to do that a couple different times. But I think this trim package kind of gives you all of the best worlds. It's still gonna have the brand new DCT transmission in there with no belts. It's still gonna have the brand new motor in there that gives you 240 horsepower straight out of the box, right? It's still gonna have the awesome infotainment system where you can dial it in, touchscreen, do Bluetooth, upload and do your BRP Go app and work it with your phone for all the navigation and stuff like that on there. It's still gonna have the brand new front knuckle suspension, which, by the way, if you haven't had a chance to know in the news or check it out, just won first overall at the King of the Hammers. We are super excited that Can-Am took that position, and they did it with this machine. Absolute game changer. So for me, the Mav R and the X, probably what my flavor would be for sure. I'm also partial to red. So one of the brands that we absolutely love and are so happy that we have is Honda. Honda has been just one of those mainstream top 4 powerhouse brands absolutely forever. And they keep coming out with things that just last a long time. They're always known for durability. They're always known to just throw the key in there no matter how old the thing is. And we really appreciate that. And they don't really leave much unturned when it comes to engineering, especially when it comes to that side of it is, hey, we want to make sure it works. So one of the things that I like about the side-by-sides that they offer is they do use that DCT transmission. And they were kind of the first of the pioneers to essentially do that, at least in the side-by-side world. So we love that they have the Pioneers, love that they have the Honda Talons. And then they get creative with some of the versatility. They get creative as far as, hey, I can put, 3 passengers here in the front, and I can put 2 passengers here in the rear. I could probably hit a couple levers back and forth, and this thing's gonna flip back down. And then I have some space as far as my cargo, different other storage pieces, and or if I need to still use it as far as for a workhorse. So that's another thing that I really like about the Hondas that we have overall. And they make them in different trim packages, whether it's 1000cc, 700cc. They make them in, regular bench seats, and or obviously, like I mentioned, they have the quick flip style, like the one that you see there. Well, I'm gonna start here. And the reason why I'm gonna start here is because other than a particular different color, this was my first dirt bike. Got it when I was little, 5 years old. I was having a great time having a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and my dad decides to roll this motorcycle down, and I absolutely flipped out. Had a just just a moment of like, wow, I got my own dirt bike, and I just couldn't believe it. Can't really remember a whole lot because obviously I was 5, but I do remember being that next day going out and riding and doing a couple laps and had fun. Well, I crashed, right? Classic Nash, I decided to crash. But the funnier part was I absolutely popped up and I basically blamed it on my dad and said, what the heck, Dad? You know, like that just happened. So this particular bike always has a little bit of nostalgia for me. It's one of the reasons why at Nash Powersports, you know, we do feel that our whole entire existence and why we do as far as what we did is, you know, we don't want you to stop being a kid. That's why we say Nash Powersports, don't stop being a kid. And it kind of encompasses everything that we have in here, because guess what? These are all toys. This is all stuff that we were as a kid, we played with, we rode, we grew up, we want to ride some more. It's just, you know, kind of in our fiber to do so. It's why we're all enthusiasts. So you kind of walk down the line. You got the YZ lineup as far as the 65, the 85. You still hop up into the 125 and the 250. Love the fact that they're still making 2-strokes. I know they went away for a little while, but they brought them back. And then obviously you've got your 4-stroke models over here too. This one being the YZ 450F. That is one of their anniversary editions that they came out for this year, all the way down the line. And even your trail bike, your TTR 230, which is also a really nice motorcycle. Even if you're kind of getting into the sport, you haven't had a chance to ride, but you're, you know, bigger, taller person. This is a great bike that they've been riding, that they've been making for a while. And then just like that other one that we took a look at, the mini version of the CRF, we actually did this 450FX in that big old huge fat tire kit, that this thing just really needs to be hitting the sand, hitting the trails. Instead of sitting here in the showroom, the thing's awesome. And then the last couple, the XT250 and the TW200. These two bikes have been made for quite some time, and they are just bulletproof rock stars. They give you everything that you want for this style of motorcycle. It's simple and easy to ride. They got some upgraded features and stuff to it. And then same thing as far as on the TW200. This is one of those bikes you just want to go, hit the trails, and have a good time. Kind of that simplistic bike that, you know, just gives you what you want and allows you to get out and have a good time and still be able to play. And it's super affordable. So we cover all the types of items that you'd want on your normal parts and accessory department. Obviously, we've got your fluids for oil changes. We've got your polishes, your cleaners. We've got whips for the side-by-sides and dirt bikes to go to the dunes. We've got your normal apparel as far as jerseys and pants. Ramps as far as to get your bikes and quads in the back of that truck to get rolling. Goggles. I've got all different style tires, whether you're dirt bike tires, street tires. We always have an amazing UTV tire sale. We actually have one that's coming up here pretty soon. We do tire blasts probably once every quarter is what we're trying for. And we're talking sets as low, like stuff you can't even hear of or can't get anywhere else. So that's always a great one. Wheels, rims, new shoes. We always have something for your UTV, whether it is the best price where you're getting close to 50 bucks a rim, or the stuff where you're spending $600, $700, $800 on the stuff that's powder coated and bling, and you know, everything that we do, we have the ability to make it work. So wheels, tires, that's kind of our jam, especially when it comes to UTVs. Always have one of the largest selections in stock. All of our vendors, we can get them quick, get them fast, and make sure that they get installed on your machine. I do not have a favorite brand when it comes to rims. I don't. I love them all. It's kind of weird to say, but as part of me helping out with the Nash Customs and stuff like that, I'm kind of always looking for what's going to fit, what style of wheel is going to work with the overall theme of it. I will say one of the ones that is pretty cool though, if you're looking for versatile, is the Valor wheels. And the reason why these are so unique is because the ring that they have underneath here, I'd pop this off and then I can actually spin and turn depending if it needs to fit on a Can-Am, on a Kawasaki, on a Polaris, because of how they are constructed. So I can kind of put those in any different configuration and use the same wheel. Here's where you'd be greeted for check-in for service. Buy your machine, ride your machine, and have an absolute blast with it. Well, at some point it's going to need a little TLC, and that's exactly where we come in and where you'd be staging your machine here. So you roll right around on the outside, right into these particular doors, be greeted by our wonderful service staff here. They'll be able to check your car in, go over everything as far as that you're looking for, even give you the updated specials and stuff that we have going on. The other side is we want to make sure we get it in, get it taken care of, and get it out quickly so you can be right back out there having fun. So one of the things that really interested us in this particular building is the fact that when it comes to getting stuff in and out of here, we did not want the traditional one way in, one way out. Every single one of the service areas in here has its own garage door. Now, normally that wouldn't be that big a deal, but for us it was, because when you got a guy who's finishing up on a side-by-side and he needs to go take a test drive on it, he's out. Rather than he's stuck over here in the corner, now he's got to go drive out, you know, move 4 or 5 different ones. There's another guy that's sitting there jacking up cars, getting wheels and tires put on. Another guy's working on his particular motorcycle. It was just a little convoluted, way confused, and just didn't work. So one of the beauties of this particular service department is how the layout is. You not only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's enough for 6 or 7 different technicians in here to get your machine done, as well as our nasty customs department if you wanted to get the cages and the specialty stuff done, because out here where we stage everything is also part of that 54,000 square foot storage area. So you come in through this particular area, you're rolling right in as far as where the service entrance is at. We get it staged, we get it tagged, get everything ready to go, goes right in up on the rack, and we can start working on it as soon as the guys are available. And then when it's done, a little bit of stage out here, or obviously inside, depending on what we're doing with it, and then come pick it up and you're back out on the trail having fun. Well, guys, thanks for watching. That wraps up our tour here at our new Mesa location. We can't wait for you guys to come on down, check out the place for yourself. For our grand opening, we'll be having raffles, giveaways, food trucks, music, kind of the whole 9 yards to get rolling with our new location. We're super excited for our sponsors that will be a part of it. We will be having vendors as well as part of the industry, so you'll want to come on down, check out not only the new location, but also all the fun there is to have. So come on down to Nash Powersports right here in Mesa, Arizona. We're off the 202 and Elliott. Swing on by. We'd love to meet you. Come on inside.